This micro-credential deals with evidence handling in cybersecurity and consists of 5 targeted skills. This targeted skill deals with the chain of custody components. The chain of custody is a meticulous and systematic process designed to ensure the integrity, reliability, and admissibility of evidence in legal and scientific contexts. It forms the backbone of investigative procedures and provides a chronological and documented trail that traces the custody, handling, and analysis of evidence from its initial collection to its final disposition. This process is of paramount importance in maintaining the credibility of evidence and the conclusions drawn from its examination. At its core, the chain of custody serves as a safeguard against the compromise, contamination, or tampering of evidence. Its significance is deeply rooted in its ability to establish the authenticity and reliability of evidence in both legal proceedings and scientific analysis. Without a well-documented and unbroken chain of custody, doubts can be cast on the credibility of evidence and potentially jeopardize the fairness of legal proceedings or the validity of scientific findings. The various elements of a chain of custody form are crucial for ensuring a thorough and reliable documentation process. They are provided next. 1. Description of evidence is a detailed and accurate description of the evidence that is essential. It includes not only the nature of the evidence, but also any distinctive, unique characteristics, and serves as a reference point throughout the chain. 2. Collection information is the process that begins with the person who is responsible for collecting the evidence. They must document their name, signature, date, and time of collection. This information establishes a clear starting point for the chain of custody. 3. Transfer details refer to the evidence that moves from one custodian to another, with each transfer being meticulously recorded. The documentation includes the names and signatures of individuals involved along with the dates and times of transfer. Transfer details ensure accountability and transparency in the handling of evidence. 4. Storage information deals with proper storage conditions that are critical for preserving the integrity of evidence. The chain of custody includes documentation of where and how the evidence is stored, including any changes in storage location. This information helps to verify that the evidence has not been subjected to unauthorized access or environmental conditions that could compromise its integrity. 5. Analysis records. If the evidence undergoes analysis, the chain of custody extends to the laboratory or facility where the analysis takes place. Details of the individuals performing the analysis, along with the dates and times of analysis, are recorded. This step is crucial for establishing the reliability of the results obtained from the analysis. 6. Disposal or return is the final stage of the chain of custody. It involves documenting the ultimate disposition of the evidence, whether it is returned to the owner, preserved for future reference, or destroyed. This information ensures a complete and transparent record of the evidence's journey. Maintaining the integrity of the chain of custody requires a combination of secure practices, proper documentation, and following established protocols. Custodians of evidence must be trustworthy individuals who understand the importance of their role and are committed to preserving the evidence's integrity throughout the process. The use of tamper-evident packaging, secure storage facilities, and strict access controls further contribute to maintaining the unbroken chain. In legal proceedings, a compromised or broken chain of custody can have serious consequences. Courts demand a meticulous and unbroken chain to establish the authenticity of evidence. Any lapse in documentation, no matter how seemingly minor, may lead to the exclusion of evidence and potentially influence the outcome of a case. Legal professionals rely on the chain of custody as a fundamental tool in ensuring the fairness and reliability of the judicial process. In forensic science, where the stakes are often high, a secure chain of custody is indispensable. From DNA samples to crime scene evidence, maintaining an unbroken trail is vital for the credibility of analytical results. Forensic experts meticulously document every step to ensure that their findings are based on untainted and trustworthy data. The chain of custody is not merely a bureaucratic process. but a cornerstone in the foundation of forensic investigations. In an era dominated by digital information, the chain of custody extends to electronic evidence. This includes computer files, emails, and other digital media. Establishing the authenticity and reliability of electronic evidence requires a combination of digital forensics expertise and a well-documented chain of custody. Just like physical evidence, electronic evidence must be handled, transferred, and analyzed with the same level of precision to maintain its integrity. Maintaining an unbroken chain of custody is not without its challenges. Human error, mishandling, and in some cases intentional tampering pose threats to the integrity of the process. To mitigate these challenges, organizations and investigative bodies implement best practices. Personnel are rigorously trained and stringent protocols are put into place. Tamper-evident seals and secure storage facilities are utilized to minimize the risk of compromise. In the digital realm, encryption and digital signatures add an extra layer of security to electronic evidence. The chain of custody is more than a procedural formality. It is a system that upholds the integrity, reliability, and admissibility of evidence. In the realms of law and science, where the pursuit of truth and justice is paramount, a robust chain of custody ensures that the evidence presented is not only valid, but also free from any compromise or tampering. As technological advancements continue to shape investigative practices, the principles underlying the chain of custody remain an unwavering commitment to accountability, transparency, and the pursuit of truth.